very interesting because we just completed 30 years in our company called PDP Architects, and then we reincorporated in just a few years ago so that we could accommodate some of our associates as stakeholders and owners. So PDP Architects emerging into Projects Design Plus Architecture Management Corporation. We're retaining the two brands. Been practicing 30 years, this year 31 years already. And as an architect, our thrust really has been known more for sustainable designs, hospitality, resorts, island developments. And we are the only female-led company competing in the large sphere of high-rises and master planning, large townships, infrastructure design, and difficult projects from airports for Ayala Land. One of the largest and biggest challenges right now is still our economy. We are not yet very stable, so the perception of both investment and outside tourists about our country is still not very positive. And yet, we rely on our own resources, we rely on our own tourists, we rely on our own OFWs, and our world keeps going around. In terms of circular economy, we are finding that simply because of lack of resources sometimes, tight budgets, plus the creativity of the Filipinos that is innate in us. We do like to recycle materials. We like to repurpose old wood. We like to look at ways by which, especially in our company, we are doing projects now in Palawan, in Iloilo, in Davao, in Bataan. We are finding ways to develop new talent, find good sources of subcontractors for both furniture or crafts, and integrate it into the buildings. It is slowly being accepted because when you are working on design in a circular economy context, you are definitely working towards sustainability and environmental design. And we are winning awards for it, getting recognized for the efforts, and as such, I believe this has helped mentor the young people. So they look up to that goal and hope to also attain that objective. And this way, I believe we are now training better architects for the Philippines for the future. Yes, that would be possible when you retrofit an existing building, when you preserve heritage structures, when you look towards moving planning options that are geared for people, less about cars, less about consumption, less about everything on material wealth. We're focusing on the health and well-being of the occupants. We are focusing on that circular economy. Well, we can encourage them by letting them see that projects of that caliber work and that projects of that kind of objective are successful, and that they are successful not just for the design but also commercially. That if it's a residential tower, then people are buying the units because they see the value of the design and the intent on the circular economy, on sustainability, and on the environment. Yes, I mentioned that in my talk earlier. It used to be like that, especially 20 years ago. But now, solar panel is just one way to be sustainable. Installing solar panel for energies, and the cost of that now is a lot less than 10 years ago because of the competitive advantage of a lot of them being built now in China. As opposed to, say, 10 years ago, were all being manufactured in Europe or the States. So now they're within our reach and within our shores, very close by. So you also look at other interventions, not just solar and renewable energy panels. You're also looking at rainwater harvesting. It's not very expensive to add a few pipes, be able to gather water from your rooftops and from the side drains, and be able to store it in a tank. Because you can also use that water for fire protection. So you could also have other uses for it, say in irrigation of your vertical gardens, or in landscaping, or in secondary uses for cleaning driveways. So there are many ways by which you can compute, not just for ROI, but you can also compute for the long-term positive attributes that all these costs are together. Because sustainable development goals have the end output of putting forth a better economy. That better economy is the goal of SDG 17, because the economic opportunities are equal. It's not just for the affluent, it's inclusive. So part of SDG 17 is having resilience that's spread out through all demographics. And when you have everyone rising, everybody going up, everybody being brought up, then the economy is better for all.